Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 548.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about why compounding money is key. And I wanted to share this with you because I was watching television the other night on a rare occasion. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I was watching some. And I saw a commercial where they were expounding how fabulous it was that they paid over 20 times the national average for their savings rate. And that was a whopping 2.1%. So I immediately wanted to do a podcast about this because people get very frustrated that their savings isn't earning a very high interest rate. And I get that. We all long for those 5, 6, 7% rates from yesteryear a long time ago. And it seemed like that was a nice savings rate. You got paid to have some money in the bank and your money could actually earn money. But nowadays, the savings rate is so low at 2.1%. Well, it's going to take 36 years to double your money. And here's the thing, that compounding rate that the bank pays you is something that you can't do anything about, really. I mean, you can try and shop for the highest rate possible, but think about it. On a $10,000 savings account, 2% is $200 in a year. That's what you're going to make in a year. So why sweat whether you're making 1% or 2%? Okay, yeah, $100 is $100, and it's great to make that extra $100. But we're kind of missing the point when we get so fixated on that 2% in the savings account. We're forgetting that there's three parts to the equation. There's the money, the compounding, and the time. If one of those is fixed, like the compounding rate is in a savings account, then you can't really do much about it. And like I said, even if you got a little bit more, it's only going to be a few dollars difference over a year's time. It's not going to be the difference between real wealth. Do you know what I mean? This is a smaller number, something that isn't really going to make a big differential in your life. What's going to make the big differential is for you to get to higher compounding rates. And the higher compounding rates are going to require you to invest your money and take some risks somewhere. And that's what you get a higher rate for, is for the calculated risk taking. Not gambling, not high risk, but just calculated risk. There's ways to minimize your risk, such as diversification and things like that. But to get to real wealth building, you're going to have to get to higher rates of compounding. And as you know, if you can't do that, the only other thing you can do is put in more money or give it more time. But at 2% and taking 36 years for your money to double, that doesn't even seem realistic in that equation. So what I'm saying is, with savings rates so low, the wealth building formula equation of money compounding in time is basically not something that you should sweat at a 2% rate. What you should do is figure out where else you can make money, whether that's in the stock market, whether that's in real estate, whether that's in your own business or other things. There are other ways to compound at higher rates, and those are the things that you get paid real high compounding rates for, and those are the things that are going to help you build wealth. So don't sweat the 2% savings account, just accept those rates are what they are. After all, banks have to make money on the spread. So they are loaning out at, say, 4%, and then they're paying their savings customers 2%, and they're netting that 2% difference. And that's what the bank's going to do. So they don't have much flexibility in terms of increasing their rates either, because they have to make a profit, pay their employees benefits, brick and mortar, and all of that. My point is, let's not get fixated on the savings rate. It's not a big deal that they're paying you 20 times the average. That's just ridiculous. It's $100 difference. Again, nice to have, but we're talking about building real wealth, and that's not going to do it for you. So let me share with you something I wrote in my book. This is from page 57 of You're Already a Wealth Heiress. Many financial experts say to become wealthy, all you have to do is spend less than you earn. That's not true unless you make a very high income. For most people, it's not the way it works because you need to invest and compound too. In reality, it's all about the investing and compounding. If you do not compound at high enough rates, you won't build wealth in your lifetime. For example, if your money is earning 2% in a savings account, it will take 36 years for the money to double. But if you can earn 10%, your money will double in 7.2 years. It's called the Rule of 72. In the Rule of 72, the number of years times the interest rate always equals 72. So money would double at 8% for 9 years because 8 times 9 equals 72. And it would double at 9% in 8 years because 9 times 8 is 72. It would double at 6% in 12 years because 6 times 12 is 72, or at 12% in 6 years. They all equal 72. Just know this, the higher the rate you compound money, the sooner you will have financial freedom. Yeah, and that's really the point that I wanted to make today, is really about getting fixated on the right compounding rates and using some of the other podcasts we've talked about to get those higher compounding rates is what's going to get you really started building wealth. So get your focus on the right things, the things that you can impact. Don't worry about the things that you can't really impact. And also don't worry about these outrageous marketing claims that some financial companies make. They make something insignificant sound super important. And what's really important is for you to invest and get your compounding going so that you can have financial freedom. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, please hit the subscribe button so you can be updated as soon as new podcasts are available, which is 3 times a week. And if you haven't yet completed our survey, there's a quick 10-question survey where I want to know more about you, what you like, what your preferences are, so I can tailor-make the podcast just for you. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.